Hello, my friend. It's the Crypto Lunatic, live from the Lunar Café, bringing you hidden gems before they pop and simplifying the language of crypto for newcomers to the space. And today I've had a request. Can you review ChainGPT? Review it for me. And since I had no idea what it was, I thought, well, this would be an interesting self-research project. So before we go on, this definitely isn't financial advice. I'm not invested in ChainGPT. I'd never heard of ChainGPT until about an hour ago when I started doing a bit of research. This is really a resource to show you how to think for yourself, to do basic research into cryptos and to look beyond the hype, because there's a lot of hype that will lose you a lot of money if you don't learn to research for yourself, my friends. So this is just about the fundamentals of what to do and also a little bit of a look into ChainGPT. So my friends, with all of that in mind, join me on a little journey. So it starts here with CoinGecko. Now, as you people that regular follow me, I usually start on CoinMarketCap, but they didn't have a price for it. So here we are. And we see the origin story of ChainGPT that started life at 16 cents back in April 2023. And we see that this thing has been up to 52 cents in March 2024. We also see that it's had a nice little spike here. Can't quite freeze it at the top where it got beyond 41 cents. It got beyond that round about January 2025. So this year it's been up. It has been up, my friends. It's been up. So this thing has got life in it and it goes up and down like a yo-yo. Now, for degens in crypto, this is a perfect looking pattern of something that goes right down and then zooms right back up. So already it's starting to look interesting. We see the market cap's 50 million, which puts it above the degen zone, but it puts it low enough that it could be very, very interesting if money and traction starts flowing into it. We also see that there's 89,000 total value locked. Now, that's not a massive amount of money, but it does show us that there's value locked in the project. We see that the circulating supply is 865 million and the total supply is 997 million. Now, for a little low cap coin, that's actually quite a good percentage. It's a pretty good percentage. It means that most of the supply is out. So this is a good sign. You also see it's been brutalized here when we look at, along the price action, but it just seems to be starting possibly to bounce as of today. So is this a turning point or is this a false flag? So what is ChainGPT about? ChainGPT is an advanced AI model explicitly designed for blockchain technology and crypto-related topics. It uses the latest algorithms and high-speed computing capabilities to address challenging issues in the blockchain and crypto space. Using ChainGPT, users can quickly obtain whatever knowledge and information they require with many other unique features designed for individuals, developers, and businesses. ChainGPT is an essential tool in the blockchain space. So, in simplicity, this is a complete blockchain research tool. From what it sounds like to me, my friends, that's what it sounds like. So, we're going to do a deeper dive later on in the review, but that will set it off. So, let's go straight to crypto rank. As you know, I like to do this to find out what did the early stage investors get in at. And here it confirms. Now, this is very, very good for a low cap project. The fact that 86% of the total supply is circulating, this is very good tokenomics. Very rarely do I see this on a low cap project that's not a meme coin. So that is a big, big, big plus to kick this review off. This is not such a big plus because it shows that the people that got in early are sitting on a 628% gain, which means that there's likely to be profit taking at some stage in the market. Let's double back. That's possibly what happened here. Profit taking here, here, and here, which is why you get these little coins when they're floated at really small amounts at the initial IDO. People reach a certain level of profit and then there's a sell-off, profit, sell-off. Now we've had three of these profit, sell off, profit, sell off, profit, sell offs, which tells me that probably a lot of the selling off that has gone on has already happened, which is why we're price suppressed right now. And the market has been brutalized, of course, my friends. So a lot of the selling off that would have happened has probably happened in those three peaks and troughs in the market. So I'm on the fence as to whether this is a good thing or not. But one thing's for certain, if you got in on the 7th to the 8th of April in 2023, you are already sitting on a nice, healthy profit here. But unlike these big vesting schedules where you see about 20% of the supply out, this is healthy. It means a lot of the profit taking will have been flushed out by now. So now we look at the explorers. Who's holding the tokens? So it's got SolScan. We see here that most of them, Binance is sitting on a large supply, and PancakeSwap. So we're seeing a large amount of money sitting on exchanges here. Radium, another exchange. All the exchanges are sitting on large amounts. We go to Etherscan. Same deal. BitGet, another exchange. Gate, another exchange. Uniswap, another exchange. So there's a lot of these tokens sitting on exchanges, which means that there's probably a lot of different ways that people can buy this token, which is very promising, my friends. Next, we go on Arkham. So here we see it's just got all of the transactional data on it, but it's really just to verify. We're looking at confluence in price data. So 0.058, we're just double checking that, and that seems to be the same. So we're getting consistent views. We'll see the market cap, the fully diluted value, which is pretty good. I like this. I'm liking the tokenomics of this coin. It looks pretty impressive. Here's the website. Look, you have got a helper bot here. Look, generate a mint, a cyberpunk. So here, let me move myself to here. So you can see, look, you can launch the dApp and play with it. Now, I haven't done that yet. Please do. If you're watching this review and you've had to play with it, please do comment. Let me know what is the experience. But this is a gateway to Web3 and AI. Now, Web3 and AI, this is a really interesting intersection, and I do believe that there will be a lot of action here. Next, we go to their X account. Now, this, my friends, is insane. They've obviously had a very slick listing or marketing campaign to get people interested in this project, because that is an insane amount of followers. That is unusually high for a crypto project, and we're seeing a lot of activity as well. So that's even reasonable here, because this was, look, less than a day ago. So that's more a reasonable level of activity. But look, considering they're doing multiple posts less than a day ago, it's getting a lot of interaction. So this is an active social media account. An active social media account. So this looks good. This is very promising. Next, we go to DeFi Llama. So we can see the total value locked and their volume. And we see it had a lot of volume around here in January, but this was when the last time the market was up. And every crypto's been rinsed since then. And look at the total value locked. That went right down. That's been sitting at 38,000. And recently it has just more than doubled. Now, that's still not a high amount of total value locked, but it's significant because we're looking at momentum, my friends. Momentum is significant here. So that is what we're tracking. And that looks reasonably positive there. So here it is, my big daddy of research tools. This is my Claude AI prompt where we go through at a deeper level. Executive summary. So I'm only going to read bits of this because this is a deep dive. I've set Claude up to do a deep dive on certain coins. And also I'm still working on this prompt. So bear in mind that the data may not be 100% accurate, but I found it pretty accurate. It is significantly accurate that I can present it. So there's a lot of good stuff here, but never take any single point of source as verbatim, especially in the AI checking space. But I found Claude to be a good search tool. And not only that, I've done it in percentages. So the same prompt assesses all the tokens that I put through it. And the average is between 60 to 65% straight away. The overall project score is 72, and the undervalue potential is 74. Now, that is well above average. So the investment confidence 69. All of these are way above average scores. So there you go. There's the summary of what it is. But in case you want some details, let us read through with the executive summary first. So ChainGPT is an advanced AI infrastructure platform specifically designed for Web3, blockchain, and cryptocurrency applications, offering tools including smart contract generation, auditing, AI chatbots, NFT generators, trading assistants, and developer APIs. Backed by Google Cloud and NVIDIA grants. Now, that is significant, my friends. Just look at that. Google Cloud and NVIDIA, two of the biggest companies in the world, have given this project grants. Pause that and take that in, let that soak in. That is big, very big. With recognition from the BNB and Tron, ChainGPT serves 100,000 plus weekly active users. Pause. Look at this. 100,000 plus weekly active users and 16,000 plus ChainGPT holders currently trading at, well, there's the price. So anyway, that is significant. So let's go down. And again, you might want to double check some of this, the data here. I'm not going to read it all out to you. I'm just going to scroll down. And if you want to pause this video and read through this, you absolutely can, because there's a lot of information in it. So I am just going to do this as we go through it. But you can see big partnerships. Let's look at key information. That's a significant ecosystem with partnerships. With partnerships like that, it's difficult to see how this project fails. That's very, very significant, my friends. It's very significant. We've seen it's listed on 33 total exchanges. It has great access to retail, which is good. We've looked at tokenomics, very impressed with that. Now, here's the comprehensive scoring matrix. Now, you can go down and you can look at the high parts. The highest ratings are for market demand, technology innovation, and market timing. Its lowest scores, let's look, anything sub 70, social sentiment. So it's active but not viral. Now, this is something that can change like the wind, my friends, and that's its lowest rating, and that's probably why it's price suppressed right now. High quality, 78%, the comprehensive scoring matrix. Now, that's for the project overview. This is for its current state of undervaluation, which is significantly higher. So look through all these. You see I mean, all of these are high ratings, don't get me wrong. But specifically, AI narrative timing gets a very high rating. 100K weekly users. Now, adoption's a big thing, my friends. Do not underestimate the power of this metric here. This is very significant. People are using it. That is huge. Look at the partnerships, 70 plus partnerships. That's huge as well. So 83 is a very big score. Catalyst risk assessment, well, by all means, read through that should you wish to. So critical risks, let's look at this, because we don't just want to give some moon account. You want to look at both sides. It is always important, my friends, even if you're drawn to a project and like what you see, it's always good to be cautionary and stand the other side and give the case against, just so that you can look at this objectively. So critical risks. AI competition intensifies. So we're just seeing the start of this market. There's very likely to be a competitor come up soon out of nothing. So just bear that in mind. But this has got an early mover advantage. So it's better funded AI. There's better funded AI and crypto projects that what may emerge. So OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft could enter Web3 and AI, and ChainGPT loses differentiation. So could be that usage doesn't scale, that 100K users might plateau. Revenue may not cut it, and the platform fees don't cover operations. So it could be a crypto winter could come in. So that's for the whole of crypto, not just this specific project. AI hype ends. And again, I don't see this happening, but you have to consider that it might happen. And with degen coins, the price can always go down. So this is still a high risk play. Let's not kid ourselves here, folks. Let's not kid ourselves. It's a high risk play. So the bull case, 50 to a dollar, 50 cents to a dollar. The bear case, 15 cents to 30 cents. And the base case rather, the bear case is 0.02 to 0.04. So conviction level is high at a 7 out of 10, which is again above average. Strategic recommendations for potential investors. So why it is compelling. It's got functional products, real traction, elite backing, perfect timing, deflationary. Like it actually sounds what's not to love about this project. 82 to 89% from the all-time high, which means timing wise that this looks like a very interesting entry point. So there's an entry strategy for you all, my friends. Conclusion: ChainGPT represents a rare functional AI blockchain project with real products, actual users, and elite validation. Unlike typical crypto vaporware, ChainGPT has a live AI chatbot, small contract tools, an NFT generator, an active launchpad and incubator, deflationary tokenomics with burns, and 70 plus Web3 partnerships. 50 to 80 million market cap for functional ecosystem. So at 82 to 89% below the all-time high, ChainGPT offers exceptional risk reward. So buy is what it says. Not investment advice, my friend. This is an AI bot, a work in progress. But for a low cap degen coin, this looks genuinely exciting. It's got active users. It has got top end backing. Top end backing. Google and Nvidia, two of the biggest names in tech, have given this project grants, and it is sitting neatly on the cross section of crypto and AI, which I believe is going to be a really exciting opportunity. Of course, there could be more competition come up. There could be other factors. There is risk involved. But as far as risk, reward, and timing is concerned, this looks like a really compelling entry point for ChainGPT. And I like it, my friends. I like it. I'm not invested in it, but maybe that could change after this review. Who knows? Now, if you've seen this review, if you've used the platform, please jump in the comments. Let me know what is the user experience for this, because I would be very interesting to know. So there you go, my friends. There's a little review for ChainGPT, and it looks good. It looks good, my friends, but don't take my word for it. I'm just a random lunatic sitting on the Lunar Cafe, sipping tea and eating cake. And if you've enjoyed this review and you want more of the same, then please do like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like another video, you'll find that just there. But either way, my friend, stay lunatic, have fun, and make money with crypto.